Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm Kylie. And your favorite game playing twin girls are back. Today we're going to learn some games that we might do in our future sessions.
But before we start, do you like my nails? They're so pretty.
Really, Amy? Hey, do you like mine too? Well, our dad helped me with them because he's a loving dad.
Speaking of that, we always get stuff over our hands because we're very messy. So we're wondering, does anyone know tips out there to get it so you don't get any on your skin?
What do you guys do? We tried putting glue around it, painting them, and then we peeled the glue off. But the problem is it gets some of your paint off too, so you have to give a new cover.
These are all our games. Let's see. We have Scavenger Hunt, Carcassonne, Zombies. Oh, Settlers of Catan. Our family loves Settlers of Catan. It's meant for a family game. 2 to 4 players, unless you have the expansion pack. Our family loves it so much that we have 2 expansion packs and then the original. The expansion packs we have are Cities and Nights and Seafarers. Cities and Nights is my favorite.
My personal favorite is Seafarers because in Cities and Nights, it's all based on your nights and it's stressful to activate them every time. My favorite, another game I like is, Civilization. Ugh, it's heavy. I like Civilization, but it's very long. It takes our family the whole day. For you people that like the Civilization on the game, I recommend it because it's the exact same. Oh yeah, did I mention that it's up for 4 players?
That's expansion pack. Another game I love is Army vs. Aliens, but it's only 2 players. It's a dice game. You have because you have Army Man, and the army goes first, and you have to try to attack them, and each of them have certain rates. It's a small little packet, and also it's easy to carry. All you do is put the dice in this, and then you're ready to go.
Okay, another game is, hey look, here's Loch Ness that we did to you. Oh, I love this game. It's too bad my brother doesn't, so we barely get to play it. This game is all about feeding people and raising a family and building points. You start with a farm and you get to be creative and make one. Doesn't that sound fun? Do you like this game?
I do. Thing is that it's so hard to rake up points. Like most of the things that are common is to lose points. It's very hard to get points.
A bunch of players can play this one. So families like us of 5 can play without even getting an expansion pack.
Another game that we have here is, let's see, Survive, Escape from Atlantis. You're on an island and you're on an island and you have to try to move. You have to try to get away from the islands by crawling with the water. But there is sharks, whales.
There's sharks, whales, and dolphins. With sea monsters. That's the hardest part to stay alive from.
It is very hard to get it off. And each person has a separate point, but each person has different points, but you can't look at them at the end, so it's hard to remember.
That's a very old game, back from the old days. Oh, here's Betrayal at the House of the Hill. This is one of the newest games we got, 2 days ago. So we're going to go play it twice. This game is everyone works together except when the haunt starts. The haunt is when something certain happens that causes a problem called a haunt. There's 50 haunts and the map's different every time. So it's different every time, and that's what I like. So there's a trader on against everyone. Sounds boring, but it's pretty fun.
And you don't need an expansion pack for it. Oh, look, Pillars of the Earth.
Whoops. Silly Amy.
Whoops, the doodles.
Chicken nuggets, fudge nuggets.
In Pillars of the Earth, goal is to try to build the cathedral. We love this game. I think your dad loves it so much.
The main goal is by collecting resources, and the theme is to build a cathedral. Ooh, twist. Twist is like rummy. You get these like goals, like 2 pairs, 2 pairs, a run of 8, or 7 cards of one color in a run. The higher level you get, the harder it gets. And you have to conquer your goal using only a certain limit of cards. Sounds easy, but it's pretty hard. You have to do it before the other players, or else you lose.
Oh, Ticket to Rides. We only have the original, but you can get Ticket to Ride, Year Up, and lots more. In Ticket to Ride, you have trained, and the goal is to try to get as many points as you can by placing the trains and completing your routes. The route from 2 places and then you get points. Person with the most points in the game wins. Our family loves this game, and you can't collect the points when 2 is over. When people have 2 tickets.
Also, in 2014, it got a reward. Not 2004. Silly me. Another game which is my sister's favorite is Remoli. It didn't come in this case. It's just that we used it. So the main goal of the game is that you get a deck of cards, and you have to try to play all of your cards down before everyone else. And then on the board is certain cards win you stuff. It's called a special card or something. And then you win poker chips. And when you run out of poker chips, you're out. And then at the end, the person with the most poker chips wins. And it goes on until everyone loses their poker chips. So it's pretty long.
Let's see. Oh, Small World. Small World is when it is a small world. Small World is when you pick a race, and you have a lot of people, the race, and then you have to try to conquer the world by doing battles, and then you get points by doing that. So if you get then at the end of the game, there's rounds, and at the end of the rounds, person with the most points win.
Our brother always wins this game. Ooh, where is that game? Ooh, here it is. Manitours. Ah, the big monster! Okay. In Manitours, it is a Lego game. So it's set up, and you have to build it, so it's pretty hard. It's set up like that. So you have your 4, everyone has 3 characters that have a race to get the middle. But watch out, there's a bad guy in the middle, and they're trying to get you. Whenever you get caught, you have to respawn. And there's a dicey roll that tells you how much squares to move, if you can hop fences, if you can move gates to block others, and more. It's only 4 players though.
Oh, Heroica's one too. Heroica is kind of like that. Not really. That's a Lego game, and that's too. So I love this game. The thing is, it's a pain to build because you have to do all that effort. You have to try to collect keys, and in this Heroica, you have to try to collect keys and open the doors, defeat the villains, and be Heroica. Be heroic.
Okay. Game of Life. Most of you folks know this game because it's pretty old. It's 2 to 6 players, and it's ages 9 and up. So you have to choose a certain route, and you have to get to the end. while collecting the most money, building a family, and it's sort of a strategy. You have to choose which race to go and stuff, and if you want to pay. But not really. It's a medium game, so it can take like probably an hour or so. Also, there's another game that I want to quickly tell you. Is Shadows over Camelot. This game is similar to Betrayal at House on the Hill. Sorry, I always forget that name. So, again, it can go to 7 players, and there's people, everyone on the team against a traitor. But there's not always a traitor. You can choose to play without it. Or when you hand out the cards, it might not be a traitor. So you have to get the most swords to win.
We think
it's a cooperation game.
It is, but we think it's very hard to complete. If you guys see a game that you guys like, well, maybe you guys can post a comment and we can do a review about it.
Also, for anyone out there that loves board games, do you guys recommend any games for us? Please tell us how much people can play and say why you like it. And tell us why you recommend it for our family.
What kind of family games do you like?
These are our games.